You purchased the property.
Yes, I was the agent, actually.
Seller to repair damage caused from.
Appeared to be an auto accident. There was car pieces, parts of cement, mailbox was down.
Oh.
I said, no, we'll just go ahead. We'll go through with closing.
Why don't you put your witness on there for me?
Michael Kenyon.
Okay, somehow you must be related.
Yep.
How are you related?
I said I was her cousin. I'm her.
Here is a real estate agent who bought a home and at the final hour before closing discovered someone crashed their car into the culvert and mailbox out front. She decided to go through with the purchase and made an addendum to the sale agreement for the house specifying repairs were to be made. Seller agreed and they were made, but she doesn't like them. You'll see them. They're shitty. What's also shitty is the way her witness totally tanked her case. Let's roll, nerds.
Raise your, are you going to testify too, Ms. Kenyon?
Yes,
Okay, do you want your witness first or do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, why don't you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes,
Okay. And Mr. Nickel, I guess I got you there for Woodbridge.
Yes, sir.
And then Stanley, is Stanley Dickinson, is he just the representative or how does that handle?
Yeah,
you guys?
he's just a representative with the company as well as I
Okay.
am. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I don't know if did he leave us?
Will did have to leave. Yeah, he had an 11 a.m. meeting.
Okay. All right. We're okay proceeding though?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Ms. Kenyon, you can go ahead and start telling me what you need to. I understand this is let me, I guess, lay a foundation for you. It'd be easier, I guess. This is property at, was it 2 Clio Road, Clio, Michigan?
yes,
Is that
Your
for the
Honor.
property? Okay. And it looks like you purchased the property through,
Yes, Your Honor.
who did you purchase it through actually? It looks like it was a Coldwell Banker.
Yes, I was the agent, actually.
Oh, okay.
hmm
Okay. And then that looks like I had Mr. Dixon's signature on the addendum that you're complaining about. Addendum number 3.
Correct.
Okay, and that includes, let's see, seller to repair damage caused from what appears to be an auto accident. Damage includes mailbox, concrete covering, culvert. There's no commas. I'm guessing that's separate things. Covering culvert and culvert, if applicable, upon driveways approach. All repairs to be done on or before July 14th, 2024. That's the addendum that you're talking about?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And I guess for my sake, Mr. Nickel, it might be faster for you. Why don't you raise your right hand for me too? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you familiar with this, I guess this contract, this purchase
Yes, I am.
agreement?
Yep.
Okay. Is that addendum, does that sound accurate to you right now as well?
It does. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, Ms. Kenyon, looks like you purchased the property with that addendum with being the end that had been repaired, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it looks like on or before July 14th, 2024. Were the repairs made prior to that date? First of all, let's just start out there.
Yes, they were.
Okay. And then that caused you to go ahead and purchase the property? You had a closing and everything? Is that right?
Right. With the addendum being signed, we went ahead with closing on that date.
Okay.
What had happened is we did a final walkthrough of the property, and that's when the damage was noticed. The amendment went in the date of closing.
Okay. How did you have, it's out in the open. Why would you notice it?
It was a fluke thing, Your Honor. Like you go through these walkthroughs, these final walkthroughs, you don't expect to ever find anything. And lo and behold, we have a huge, what appeared to be an auto accident. There was car pieces, parts of cement, mailbox was down. So I notified the seller's agent right away, Rachel Lowe. I kind of let her know that we'll be putting in an amendment. We kind of went back and forth whether we were going to go through with closing or not. And I said, no, we'll just go ahead. We'll go through with closing. I kind of expect, things to be done as needed, as necessary. Being that the amendment was signed. It's not that the amendment hadn't been met. It's the quality of the amendment that I'm fighting. The repairs to concrete cannot be patched as if they are mortared work. It's not suitable. There's an eyesore. If this was done like prior to closing, I would probably have walked away from this sale. It would be something that I wouldn't agree with. And I'd probably be sitting in court with them at this point, just fighting for my EMD money back on this particular house because they, quote unquote, met their amendment per their contract. So I didn't go this route. My first line of, going into this was I contacted them directly. I talked to a lady by the name of Layla Edwards via email. It's a property manager through their company. And she quoted in her response in the email that she apologizes about the quality of the work being done. She also, I quote, "It was safe to say that we will not use him being the person they hired for concrete work again." So she is admitting fault to the idea that the work that was done is not quality. Okay. I also have text messages that are between me and the other agent, the seller's agent, that basically stated that I did not want a repair patchwork done on this culvert. I also know by contacting Patriot Concrete, Mike, over there, that he told them, Rachel, to give them a quote for this company to have the concrete work done. They chose not to use him. It's who I would have hired to have this work done. It is an eyesore. We are right around the road from major concrete companies. They have pictures that basically prove that you cannot repair concrete in the way that they repaired it. It is not patchwork. You have to lay forms. You have to do this correctly for it. I never thought in a million years I'd be at a point where I'm having to try to prove that the concrete work that was done is not suitable for what should have been done. And that's why we're here. I even went as far from that next step to hire an attorney through Zoloft to do a demand letter for, basically to repair what they didn't repair. So they chose to not respond to that demand letter. And so now we're at this point of going into small claims court and to stating, hey, Your Honor, this is not quality work that has been met to this addendum.
All right. So let me just kind of lay a few things down here too. Mr. Nickel, did you receive the, I've got 2 photographs, it looks like, of that area. Did you receive copies of those?
I don't think that was in the complaint that we received.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Woodbridge, Stanley Dickerson did see those photos. He was looking at those photos previous in our conversation.
Okay, I'm just talking about the pictures, the 2 photos.
He did see those photos though.
We have photos, but I don't know what photos
Yeah, sure. Which ones
she's referencing, right?
Do you have them with you by chance, Ms. Shari?
Yeah, I can pull them up.
Mr. Nicole, sounds like you might have your own photos as well. Maybe do you have photos showing, I guess it's a driveway, the driveway with the damage and then what was repaired? Do you have anything like that on your end?
Yes. Would you like me to share my screen?
Yeah, sure, if you can.
Okay,
Sure,
yep.
can you bring them up that way? Yeah.
All right, so this is
there
a
we
photo
go.
that we have of the repairs being made, which one thing I do want to point out, she said forms should have been used. This clearly shows that forms were used during the repair process.
Okay.
Let's see. Stop sharing this one. I do have one that shows the damage prior to any repairs being done.
There we go.
Yeah, this is what it looks like prior to any repairs being
Okay, and
done.
actually that may be the same. That's one of the ones she submitted as well. I've got that
Okay.
photo, so that's the same photo.
And here's a completion photo.
Hey, Miss Chevy, do you see that?
Yeah, that's not, if you can see, I don't know if you can see this, the inside of the concrete, there's still heavy forms of cracks that are done, and this is not even level.
Who took these photos, Mr. Nicole?
That would have been the contractor who did the repairs.
Oh, okay. Does it accurately depict the site there?
To the best of our knowledge, I've never been on site. We don't visit the homes that we
Oh, okay.
we acquire.
So you haven't been out, okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Harvey, did those photos, and I understand there may be some argument, but do they accurately depict, I guess, the top of that repair? Did
No,
you see it
Your-
again?
no,
You
Your
don't think
Honor. Not in my opinion. No.
Okay, why not?
Because
it looks like,
it's just like the quality of how it.
no,
was
I understand, but Mr. Nichols, bring that photo back up for me, will you? If you can, the last one that was repaired from the top portion.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I have, Your Honor, from the top portion of what is currently there.
Yeah, but I can't see you got to get it online for me here if you're gonna show it to me.
I know, can you see that?
No.
Or no?
Nope, you got to bring it up like he's bringing them up.
Okay, hold on. Let me email this to myself and then I'll bring it up.
Yep, that works, but look at the one that he's got here too, so that we can, I'll look at all of them, but
Right,
you see that one that he's got?
I do.
Okay. Okay. All right, Mr. Nickel, we'll leave, I can see that one, and you can take that one off. If she's got another one, I'll just look at both of them. We'll for both your sakes.
Sorry, Your Honor, for the technical difficulties. I'm just trying to get some of these photos so you can kind of see what we're looking
sure.
at. And so, I mean, I don't think I'm trying to make a big fuss out of nothing. Like this
Yeah.
is pretty bad.
Okay, well, just get that one photo for me, and we can go use it, but
Okay.
I got somebody's device on there. There you go. Whose is
There-
that? There you
This
go.
is my device. This is one that was taken
Yeah.
a couple months ago.
Okay, that's the ones.
Yes. Yep, send that.
That's okay. Leave it up like that. That's
Can you
the
hear
one
me?
that's. Mr. Goodman, I'm gonna take you back off again. Your boy makes me want to go back to everybody live again.
Yeah,
this is gonna be-
sometimes it's just easier. Like,
Well, it usually isn't. Usually I'm doing pretty good, but this is getting,
I'm sorry. I
little
feel like this is
frustrating.
my
What-
fault.
so-
I apologize.
all right. So we got you up there. Mr. Nickel, can you see that photo as well?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay.
Right?
That's the one
I sent them
that's
right there.
very similar to the one that I've got. And Miss
Got 'em.
Charvet, who took this photo?
I took that photo.
Okay, and when did you take it?
Oh, I want to say that was shortly after the repair was made.
Oh, I'd want to say about July 3rd, 2024 at 2:48 and 33 seconds PM. Give or take a few milliseconds.
I have a more recent one I can pull up for you right now if you'd like.
That's okay. Does that accurately depict the repair that was done?
Yes, this is what is currently out there
Okay.
as we speak.
That one that's breaking up.
Okay, that's from this winter?
That is today. Yes,
That checks out.
Oh, today. Okay.
Mhm.
And you
Oh,
took
the
this
other one.
photo as well?
yes,
And again, it accurately depicts the site as it is today? Is that right?
Yep.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, and did you have and you've got somebody there to testify for me too, some cement
Yes,
expert?
somebody that works in the cement business. Yes,
Okay, so why don't we leave that one up for me? And why don't you put your witness on there for me? There, is that, sir, what?
How are you?
Hi, good. Why don't you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I do.
Okay. And why don't you state your name for me? You can put your
Michael.
hand down.
Michael Kenyon, sorry.
Michael Kenyon. Okay, somehow you must be related somehow.
Yeah. Yep.
How are you related?
Just cousins.
Not a chance, but he's gonna wish you were her cousin after this is over.
Cousins. Okay. Right.
But I pour concrete for flame.
Well, hold on. Before we get there, though, but being your cousin,
You're my husband.
are you telling me that you're still able to tell me the truth? You're not going to sway it for her, are you?
No, I pour concrete for a living. So
Okay.
I work for
Okay.
Modern Concrete. You can look it all up, but it's not what I was saying was that before she bought this, I mentioned to her that she should have it restored correctly, and that's not restored to the original condition it should be in. It's supposed to be either frame or cast. It's supposed to be cut out completely, framed and cast, and re-poured. You can't re-pour on top. You can't repair on top of concrete like you do brick and mortar. And they use mortar, and they repaired it and put it back together, all the old pieces. Actually, she had other pictures that had all the pieces of the concrete that were thrown across the driveway from the accident, and she didn't have those, but they took those pieces and actually put them back in and mortared it back together.
Okay, but did you go out and actually see this
Yeah,
yourself? You went out there? Okay.
I
And so
saw
what-
I saw it when just after when she was doing her walkthrough, and then I came back when she asked me to another time, and then I just came today, and I literally just took pictures of it. And the other
Okay, so
side is
in-
actually coming apart, as you can see, it's breaking apart.
And where's it breaking apart at then?
To the outside,
Is-
you can already see a hole in it
Yep.
where they had patched it together, which
Yeah.
isn't appropriate. It isn't rebarred. The whole thing needs to be cut out and recast. That's what Patriot had told her, that they would literally cut it out or cut the top.
Well,
end,
I don't want to hear
rebar it.
what, yeah, hold on. I don't want to hear what anybody else says, but your work and how long have you done concrete work?
15 years.
Okay. And do you do repair work as well as just,
We just pour it, but I see it every day. And this is something that wouldn't happen.
and what,
It's not
when
brick.
you were, hold on, when you were on site then, and you mentioned mortar in those, I guess, those joints that from the pieces. Is that what you're telling me that was in there?
No, mortar is for brick. And that's
Yeah,
what
I know it, but was that what you saw in there or not?
that's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
Okay.
they could use concrete, but it's gonna crack apart. There's no possible way it can stay together unless it's poured in all together in one lump sum. I mean,
Okay, and
you can't patch them together. It just never
and
works.
that's what I was gonna ask you about too. Even if it was concrete used, it's not gonna adhere enough, is it?
Right. Yeah, it all has to be taken apart and be one full pass.
Well, somebody
I
just
know.
put on the darn Lonnie, it's getting on there. Okay,
It
Um,
would have to be cut out and recast the whole thing. I mean, as you can see, that's one giant piece, and they tried to patch it in. So it's not appropriate.
She has a reasonable argument so far, and the judge is buying it. Her testimony, along with her cousin's expert testimony, seems like it's swaying Judge Goggins to make an equitable decision.
Mr. Nickel, do you have questions for Mr. Kenyon?
Yeah, I did want to ask a qualifying or
Sure.
clarifying question. What is the
Sure.
relationship between Michael and Charvet?
All right. I said I was her cousin. I'm her husband.
And then that happened.
I don't know why.
So you
Well,
just
wait-
admitted to telling
yeah.
a lie.
Yeah. Sir, why would you tell me
It did
cousin?
look bad because I thought it'd look even more favoritism or
Sir,
favor.
that's the worst thing you could do to me right now. Absolutely the worst thing you could have done right there.
So literally, everything that you just testified to is bullshit, and you just tanked your wife's case. I told you that you would wish that you were her cousin after this were over.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
now, hold on. So Mr. Nichols, right. How can I believe anything you've told me?
you can look up everything.
Nope. I'm not gonna look at it. You're the one that's testifying and you lied to me. You lied to me under oath.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't lie about anything.
All right, sir, we're done. We're done.
Womp womp.
Ms. Nickel, do you have any, or I'm sorry, Ms. Kenyon, do you have anybody else? that's gonna be on here?
I don't have anybody else that is
No?
gonna be on here. No, no, sir.
No? Okay, then we're done, with that one. Anything else you want to tell me?
I just want to, let you know that I did send a message to Rachel Lowell, which was their seller's agent, letting them know that we did
Ma'am,
not.
I'm not gonna hear any of that stuff.
Okay.
Anything else you want to tell me about
The
this?
last thing I want to tell you about this is that, via the, I guess, the quote that I had gotten from Patriot Concrete, they did state in there they would have to remove all the old stuff to go ahead and finish the job correctly. So it does clearly.
No, I'm not gonna listen to anybody unless you've got a witness here. We're not gonna listen to anybody third party. It's all
Oh, no,
hearsay.
it's not, I'm just pointing out the highlighted part in the quote where Patriot Concrete states.
I'm not gonna look at your
have to
quote
re-
either. I'm not gonna look at your quote without having somebody
Okay.
here.
That's okay. Okay.
Because quite frankly, now I'm getting to the point I can't believe hardly anything either one of you are telling me.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah. Mr. Nickel, anything you want to tell me?
Yeah, I do want to point out a few things here. So I do want to clarify that the plaintiff is the one that prepared the addendum that she was referencing. So those are her words, her writing, where she requested that the cement be repaired. It was 2 weeks after the fact, which I will acknowledge, she did send a text message to our listing agent, which said she, quote, did not want a patch job done per her husband. She did not want a patch job done. It is perfectly acceptable practice to patch cement work.
Hey, hold on. Are you an expert with concrete?
No, I'm not an expert with concrete, but it's something
Hold
that,
on.
yes, sir.
It
Sorry.
may or may wait. I can't let you tell me that though. So
Yep.
you got to stick to what you have with the contract, I guess. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So she did repair that it was repaired, which is what we did. So if there's cracks in there, concrete, well, I'll possibly refrain from that, but concrete does expand and contract. That is a commonly known fact. And it's something that you see every day driving down the roads in Michigan.
Okay. And you're telling me that that this was drafted by her, not you,
Correct.
or your company. Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Ms. Kenyon, is that true? Did you draft this addendum?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm going to use the precise language that you got on that addendum because it gets used in the light most favorable to the non-drafting party, which is going to be Woodridge opportunity. Okay? Since you drafted it. Ms. Kenyon, anything else?
I'm not really testifying the idea that the addendum hadn't been met. I'm testifying the idea of the quality of the addendum that had been met, because the quality is not there. So it's what I'm testifying is the idea that if I would have waited until closing, seen the work that had been done, I would be walking away from this deal.
Well,
So
you could have walked away the day that you saw it. You could have gone right back in.
I could have gone right back in and walked away from after
You
closing.
created an addendum, right?
Right. I created an addendum that I don't believe they have met the full quality of what should be done.
Where does it say anything about quality? It says, shall repair damage caused by what appears in the auto accident. All repairs to be done on or before July 14th. Does it say anything about quality? It doesn't say anything. And quite frankly, you were winning other than you had a witness that was not credible. Anything else? Where
No.
else do I get quality from on this?
That was it was something that was stated by their property management when I first went to them to have them address this, was the quality of the work that was done was not acceptable, pretty much.
We can go back on record with Charvet Canyon versus Woodbridge Opportunity Fund. Had a chance to review documentation that was supplied as well as my notes regarding testimony in this matter. I do find that Michael Kenyon's testimony is not credible. his statements. First of all, I'd asked him very precisely how he was related. He said cousin. And then I asked him if he would lie to benefit the plaintiff in this matter. He said no, but given the lying right from the get-go, find out later on through additional questioning, actually not from me, from the defendant, that Michael Kenyon is actually her husband. And then he said, well, I thought it would look bad if I had said who I was. Well, that credibility comes into play with this whole testimony in this matter. Therefore, I find his testimony not credible. Find also that the addendum number 3 was drafted by plaintiff, does not specify in any fashion how the work was to be repaired. Therefore, no cause of action. Case is dismissed.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy watching this content, please like and subscribe. It helps new channels like this one gain exposure. There is a lot more good court to come, so if you like what you saw, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell me, and let me know what you'd like to see and how I can improve. Thanks.